turned to fire. The wind sang a vengeance, a mournful choir. Her whispers haunt me like the smoke they curl. In this ghostly world was my heart she'd unfurl. The black sun and smoke, now it's my tale that's told. In the flickering light where the night gets bold, I ride for her memory through lands God never spoke. Forever a shadow under the black sun and smoke. With each sorrow filled, toned by a weathered guitar, the song carries the weight of a haunting past and the relentless pursuit of redemption or revenge, whichever finds the singer first in the lonely, smoky expanse under the eerie black sun. Black sun and smoke, black sun and smoke, black sun and subnet dances on the truck in the grind. When the sun
town too grim for dawn's early light, where the whiskey whispers secrets and the stars fear to tread. She stands by the doorway, a shadow in white, with vows made of venom and roses once red. And dust devils dance where the chapel once stood, and the train's lonesome whistle moans her grief to the cold. In the silvery gleam of that cursed silent wood lies the story of a love both betrayed and resolved. Oh, widow's heart, keep your ghostly vow sworn over graves where the lost lovers lay. By the burnt church's bell she's calling and now to the town that the maps and the good folks betray. Underneath that dead oak where they swore to be true lies a ring and a bullet, a story untold. He promised her stars but gave the night's cruel hue. Her bed now a ledger of debts cold as gold. Her groom found in darkness, his whispers like rust. In a barroom's cruel laughter, her fate turned to dust. Through a curtain of tears she watched love turn to lust. Now the prairie winds howl for the just, test she trusts. Oh, widow's heart, curse your bitter vow, bound by the shadows where old lovers stray. By the burned church's silence she's haunting him now, in a ghost town where hope and the damned souls wait. Under the weeping moon, she finds her old flame with a gun and a Bible. Her tears turn to wrath. In the silence between them, she whispers his name, a vow made in darkness, a straight, vengeful path. A shot in the desert, a fall in the dust, an echo that carries through bones and through rust. The widow's lone vow takes its toll as it must. Love's ledger now settled, she turns from the past. Oh, widow's heart, rest your weary vow. Leave the cursed lands where the cold spirits play. By the burnt church's shadow, peace finds her somehow in a silent desert where old debts are paid. the shadow of the church where the wild roses die underneath that haunted moon. And the blackbirds cry, there's a whisper in the wind on the edge of night where the ghosts dance with dust just out of sight. Whiskey bottles lay buried in the sands of regret. Each step echoes a story that time won't let us forget. Gone with the gunslinger down that cursed trail, chasing shadows in the valley where the brave men fail. The desert holds a secret like a burning scar. Gone with the gunslinger beneath a lonesome star. He rode in from the silence of a forgotten grave, with eyes like winter ashes and a heart no love could save. Betrayed by a brother over gold in the stream, now his soul's just a captive of that broken dream. By the light of a dying fire in the cold of dawn, he swore revenge on the wind before the innocence was gone. Gone with the gunslinger where the cold winds wail past the echoes of the train on that rusty rail. The desert knows its sorrow beneath the crying star. Gone with the gunslinger where the lost things are. He stands where the church once burned, facing down the memory of the love he spurned. The whistle of the train is like a ghostly cry, telling him the truth that the past won't die. Gone with the gunslinger to the end of his days, through the dust storms and the heartache in the silent haze. Let the desert bury all where the old ghosts spar. Gone with the gunslinger beneath the final star. Out in the valley where the dead trees stand, the sand whispers secrets of a cursed land. Moonlight dances on a lone gravestone, a ghost town echoes with a sorrowful moan. A bottle of whiskey lies in the dust, forgotten like the dreams we left to rust. Train whistle moaning in the midnight hour, desert winds waltz holds a haunting power. Oh, dance with the shadows that the moonlight paints, twirl with the spirits and the heartbreak saints. Each step a story of love's decay, the desert wind waltz sweeps us away. She was a beauty with a wildfire eyes, promised forever under starlit skies. A betrayal's blade was a silent vow, left nothing but a burning church to show how. Dust storms rage like the anger I've nursed, her memory a blessing and a heart-wrenching curse. Every whisper in the wind, her voice seems near. In the eye of the storm disappears my fear. Oh, dance with the shadows that the moonlight paints, twirl with the spirits and the heartbreak saints. Each step a story of love's decay, the desert wind waltz sweeps us away. Crescent moon's watchful eye, dance with the devils that the night unveils. Step through the silence where the justice fails. Revenge or mercy, the line wears thin. The desert wind waltz calls me again. Oh, dance with the shadows that the moonlight paints. Twirl with the spirits and the heartbreak saints. Each step a story in dust inscribed. The desert wind waltz where my old self died. In the shadow of the black sun, out where silence has a name, whiskey bottles laying empty in this ghost town wrapped in shame. Dust devils dance on broken dreams, train whistles moan their tune, while an outlaw counts his grass beneath a cursed and lonely moon. Echoes from the black sun where my darkest secrets lie, haunting me with visions of a love I can't deny. Revenge whispers on the wind in the canyons of my mind. Echoes from the black sun, always one step behind. There's a church out on the prairie where the fire took its claim. Haunted by the past, is just a shell engulfed in flames. The lost love's like a ghost that haunts her memories, a grave buried underneath the sands of time, a heart that couldn't be saved. Echoes from the black sun where my darkest secrets lie, haunting me with visions of a love I can't deny. Revenge whispers on the wind in the canyons of my mind. Echoes from the black sun, always one step behind. In the mirror of the night, my reflection's growing cold, standing at the crossroads where the truth can be told. Betrayal's bitter taste on the tongue of a friend. Now I'm staring down the barrel where the story finds its end. Echoes from the black sun, now I'm riding towards the dawn, with revenge laid by my side and the ghost forever gone. In the heart of silent deserts, I've made peace with what I've done. Underneath the black sun, where my soul has come undone. So listen to the echoes, let them lead you through the night. The black sun holds the stories of the darkness and the light. In a ghost town silence, under a blood moon's rain, whiskey bottles clinking like chimes of the pain. Echoes of the midnight train crossing cursed lands. Tracks lead to nowhere, just God's forsaken sands. Train back, young love was buried in these silent deserts dry. A locket of golden memories under a thorn sky. Betrayed by a brother for the greed of fleeting gain. Left me with a burning heart and church bells that wail in vain. Blood on the midnight train, staining the rotten night. A tale of lost lovers and a wrong that needs a right. Dust storms can't cover the tracks, nor the everlasting pain. Echoes of the betrayed, screaming on the midnight train. On a lonesome silver line, the truth rides fast and grim. My hand on steel, my soul to purge the sin. Tonight forgiveness sleeps, while the restless seek their due. The final whistle blows for me and you. There's blood on the midnight train. Justice finds its track in the land of forgotten. There's no turning back. Shadows lift their veils as final truths pertain. Revenge or redemption calls from the midnight train. Each chord a story, each note a desolate way. Eternally bound to the whistle of that midnight rail. In the shadow of the hollowed out church bells, where the wind whispers secrets and curse swells, a ghost town sleeps under a blood-red moon. Crailing stories buried deep where dark flowers bloom. Dance gently, my love, on the solid grace crust, where the earth holds the echoes of a trade and the just. Waltz with the phantoms under starless skies, in the dust of the damned where redemption lies. Once rode a man with a heart full of firestone, chasing whispers of a lover through the desert alone. Found her veiled by the burnout saloon's embrace, next to whiskey bottles and another man's face. Dance, dear outlaw, on the silent grace chest, where the earth tells a heartache that won't let you rest. Turn with the ghost where the cold winds blow, with each step uncover the truth buried below. On that night, the cold iron sung its song, two lovers lost in the right and the wrong, by the light of a lantern In the silver dust storm, he vowed to the heavens her memory to mourn. Regrets and his rifle in the silent gray walls, his lament, his survival, till he lays down his burden by the churchyard side, where the whispers grow quiet and even outlaws die.
Under the blood moon's eerie glow, whiskey bottles lay with secrets they won't show. In the heart of a ghost town sigh, a lone train whistle moans a forsaken lullaby. Ashes of the silent grave keep my bitter tales, haunted dreams of a lover's ghost, where justice fails. On cursed sands where we once swore, now nothing but whispers of the love we bore. The storms dance on forgotten lands, where I once held her with these trembling hands. Betrayal's knife, sharp and cold, left me with nothing but her memory to hold. Ashes of the silent grave speak of pain so grave, echoes of a burning church, the fate I brave. Whispers in the desert air calling me to atone. All that's left is a heart as dry as bone. In the shadow of an old gallows tree, I face the ghosts of what can no longer be. The wind cries out her name through the dust. A cursed land's plea in redemption I must trust. Ashes of the silent grave where my demons lay, in the dark a gunslinger's path, come what may. Revenge or resignation under the cold moon's wave, I ride through the night, a soul no longer to save. A tale woven in the silence of desolation, a haunted melody, a gunslinger's last salvation.
In a ghost town where the dust storms weave, under moonlight whiskey whispers beg you to grieve. Cracked leather boots stepping over cracked clay, streets that echo tales of the runaway. Bottles clank like the chime of a haunted bell, spinning stories in this forsaken, lonesome hell. Dancing with whiskey under cursed starlight, feeling every demon that haunts the night, twirling the shadows of those who've sinned, where lost souls wander and bitter winds grin. Remnants of love like smoke from the church fire, ashes floating over a spire mired in mire. She was a vision too vivid for these barren lands, but she slipped like sand through old weathered hands. Train whistles mourn like a lover's goodbye, echoing cross plains where forgotten graves lie. Dancing with whiskey, with memories too thick, each sip a story, every gulp a trick. Spin with the ghosts of what used to be, in the silence of the desert, the only place I'm free. There at the bar saw her face in the glass, haunting the mirrors, a specter of the past. Confrontation with the soul I used to be, before revenge turned love into this dusty decree. Whiskey pour on this cursed land, I'm a ghost forevermore.
In the heart of a dust-torn ghost town, silence deep and wide, the moon hung low like a gallows, lighting the devil's last ride. Whiskey bottles lay shattered, testament to the night before. Footsteps echoed on wooden planks from a long-forgotten store. Ride, into the storm, no angel left to mourn. Hell's the reins in his hands over cursed and barren land. Echoes of a train whistle fading just like his pride. This is the tale, oh, the tale of the devil's last ride. Once loved a maiden fair as dawn, with a heart so wild and free, betrayed by a kiss under the old church's shadow, where no one could see. A pact made with darkness, for vengeance was his bride, left nothing but burning churches and those forgotten graves to confide. With sin stacked upon his back, beneath a cruel and mocking sky, where even stars dare not lie. The sound of a train whistle tale. Oh, the tale of the devil's last ride. At the crossroads he stood, eyes fiery and cold, confronted by the love he traded for the power he now holds. Whispering winds told stories of a love so bold. In the silence of the desert, his heart finally told. Ride, ride no more, his heart torn and sore. The devil lays down his ghost in the land he wronged the most. The cry of a lone whistle across the plains it slides, here ends the tale. Oh, the tale of the devil's last ride.
In the shadow of that gnarled old tree, where the wind whispers low and hoarse, a tale of blood and treachery on this parched and cursed course. Whiskey bottles by forgotten stones, footprints vanished in the dust. The ghost town moans in hollow tones, under skies that betray no trust. Beneath the hanging tree where lost souls weep, where vows were made just to break, I hear the train whistle cry across the bleak, echoes round the old heartache. She loved me with a wildfire heart, in that chapel we swore forever, till betrayal tore our world apart. She vanished like a ghost in the river, by the dim light of a crescent moon. Her whispers haunt the silent day, her secrets buried with the noon, in the dust of a love beyond repair. Beneath the hanging tree where shadows leer, where truth and lies meld and mix, the train still screams, can you hear? Past the churchyard with crosses of sticks. I found the truth beneath blackened wood, where the earth holds tight its sin. Her locket empty, misunderstood, the echoes of what might have been. Face the mirror of my soul in that night, by the tree where the dark crows by. In the flicker of a failing light, I chose the road from where none can hide. Beneath the hanging tree I make my stand, in the heart of this forsaken land. Forgiveness a ghost I'll never see, my redemption lies beneath the hanging tree. So here I'll rest and here I'll abide, beneath the tree in the silent tide of dust and stories left untold, where the desert keeps its heart of gold.
of a silent desert. Beneath the black sun's glare, the winds whisper secrets in a tongue too raw to bear. My boots stir the dust of forgotten graves, past the churchyard's gates where the wild sage sails. I'm riding through the black sun, shadows on my trail, hunting ghosts of a life where I once failed. Whiskey's my companion, it dulls the inner pain, riding to forget her, the love I couldn't claim. The town sleeps like a widow, veiled in moonlit dread, haunted by the memories and the lies deceitfully spread. I recall her laughter echoing through the saloon before betrayal's knife laid my heart in ruin. Riding through the black sun with vengeance burning bright, each mile a reminder of that cursed night. My revolver's cold comfort against the desert scorn, chasing the horizon where my fury was born. By the creek under the dead oak shade, I met my betrayer, not a moment too delayed. Words fell like gunshots, piercing the eerie calm. In the dew that followed, I read the last song. Now I'm riding through the black sun, a ghost in my own right, the outlaw of lost causes, a specter in the night. No more will love or vengeance steer my weary bones. Under the black sun, this cursed land atones.
This ballad resonates with the grit of a weathered soul's lament, embodying the spirit of a haunted desert odyssey.
Where the sky bleeds into dusty plains, a ghost town whispers secrets held by chains. Silent desert cries under a cursed moon's glare. Whiskey bottles empty, left in despair. Echoes of train whistles cut through thin air. Just shadows of the lost, the damned don't dare. No mercy in the cursed land, only tales of fading hands, forgotten graves where no one stands. This land will make no amends. Burn out church with a broken cross, love and hope have paid the cost. In the dust we bear our loss. No mercy in the cursed land. Rode in from the east with a heart on fire, found my love's locket beside the funeral pyre. Trusted a man with a serpent sneer, his betrayal was as sharp as it was clear. Night falls heavy, revenge is near. Bullets for the traitor, jury of peers. No mercy in the cursed land, echoes of a reprimand. Lonely souls with a gun in hand, the devil plays a losing hand. Ashes scatter where they stand, promises like shifting sand. In the dark we've made our plans, no mercy in the cursed land. Under the crescent moon's watchful eye, the desert knows every truth and lie. Confrontation at the edge of town, two shadows cast, one man goes down. No mercy in the cursed land, where justice is a dying brand. Count your sins on your left hand, forgiven by this forsaken land. Now I roam a ghost unmanned, with whispers of the past so grand. In cursed silence here I stand, no mercy in the cursed land. No mercy in the cursed land.
Out in the shadow of a ghost town's glow, where the wind whispers secrets only dead men know. The midnight train moans a soulful dirge, past forgotten graves on the sinner's verge. Whiskey bottle clutched in a trembling hand, fate etched deep in the cursed land. Buried in the midnight train, echoes of love, whispers of pain. Steel rails singing a haunted refrain, lost souls riding through dust and rain. Once had a love as a desert sky, till betrayal left her in a church to die. The preacher man said, son, seek no revenge, but the whiskey sang of a darker pledge. Underneath that blood moon scornful light, I vowed she'd not be alone that night. Buried in night train, each whistle a cry, each clack a chain, carrying sorrow, carrying blame. A heart full of dust, love's burning flame.
face the devil in that howling gale. Ghosts in the fog, church bells rang. A silhouette danced where the lonely sang. Silent pistol, a flash in the dark. Revenge found its mark. Buried in the midnight train, beneath starlit skies, I lay my claim. Tracks to nowhere, forever my domain. In the heart of the desert I remain.
Out where the whiskey drowns old tales, by the crossroads under the pale moon's veil, a ghost town weeps in the desert's breath, where shadows dance with the cursed lands of Seth. Dusty boots on forgotten graves, train whistles moan through winds that crave. Each midnight strikes like a judge's gavel, marking hearts bound by dirt and gravel. At midnight crossroads mark your fate, where love's lost and the damned relayed. Burning churches, sins confessed underneath that moon. No soul finds rest. Once a man with a lover's heart turned outlaw when his world fell apart. Whispers told of a dark betrayal in the silent desert beneath the stars' cold trail. He rode east where the dust storms speak, past the chapel where the holy weep, seeking vengeance for the love he'd lost. At midnight crossroads he'd pay the cost. At midnight crossroads come to see, where hearts bleed out their destiny. Burning memories, love undressed underneath that moon. No soul finds rest. There by the sign he faced his ghost, the lover shade his haunting host. Silver tears in the dead of night, their echoes bind him to his plight. Forgive, she cried, release your pain, but the curse of midnight knows no refrain. With each step back to where he'd been, the winds whispered of sin's own kin. At midnight crossroads, accept your part in a tale of revenge that breaks the heart. Churches burn and spirits contest underneath that moon, find no rest. At midnight crossroads, all is lost in the dance of ghosts. Love bears the cost, with each whisper secret of the past. Midnight's curse holds tight and fast. out where the wind whispers secrets and sage, through the ghost town where shadows wage, long wars and silence under moon's cold light. I ride this cursed land through the blackest night. Old church bell tolls for souls it can't save, a symphony for the damned in a forgotten grave. Raise your glass to the sky, let the whiskey preach, as dust storms dance with a sorrow no man can breach. This is the last ride waltz under new set tide. Spurs cut deep, heart bleeds fading out of sight. She was a flame-haired beauty with a serpent's kiss, promised eternity in a bed of bliss. But betrayal burned hotter than a desert sun, found her eyes twisted fast as a smoke-filled gun. Now every train whistles a mournful cry for a love lost like a too quick goodbye. Pour another round, let the memories drown, lost in the whirl of a dusty gown. The last ride waltz, a cursed melody plays, echoing through these silent damned old days. In a town too dead for the dead to roam, I found her locket, returned to the home we'd known. My heart ached raw, but my path lay clear. Revenge or mercy, the choice was mine to steer. That cowboys tell, this last ride waltz with the devil I dance. In the dust of what was, I take my final stance. In a ghost town where the dust whispers secrets at dusk, haunted by the tune of a whiskey-soaked past, lone shadows stretch where the gallows once swung, silhouettes dance on the walls of the damned. Train whistles moan through the cursed silent land, a melody to the bones, forgotten beneath the sand. Beneath the gallows I sing this song, a tale of love lost where the right turned wrong. The wind carries echoes of a vengeful ghostly throng in the heart of the desert where the nights are long. She was the fire in the chapel that burned it to the ground, a love so fierce now a memory drowned. A traitor's kiss led me to this fate, bound by chains of anger, sealed by hate. Dust storms roar over stones unturned, on a path of revenge where my heart once burned.
Beneath the gallows, I sing this song, a tale of a love lost where the right turned wrong. The wind carries echoes of a vengeful, ghostly throng in the heart of the desert where the nights are long. Now here I stand in the shadows of my sins, facing down the ghosts of what might have been. The noose swings gently, a reminder of my plight. In the pale moonlight, I'm ready to fight the echoes of the past. They howl and they hiss, whispering secrets of the abyss. Beneath the gallows, this is my redemption song. From the shadows of the past to where I belong. Let the desert sands claim me as their own. Beneath the gallows, I find my way home. In the haunted silence where my demons have roamed. Beneath the gallows, I sing my final song. Out where the wind whispers secrets untold, in a land cursed by the sun's vengeful hold, lies a ghost town, shadows cling to decay. Each wooden plank a story faded and gray. Forgotten graves hum the old sinner's mass, while the devil's ashes stain the broken glass. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry. In the devil's ashes, good men die. Once a love bloomed, wild, fierce, and free, under that old scorched Joshua tree. Betrayal's sharp knife, a silent vow broken, left nothing but vengeance, best served cold and unspoken. Her laughter haunts every deserted street. In the swirl of dust storms, our past I meet. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles lay bone dry. Hear the lonesome train whistle cry. In the devil's ashes, good men die. Where burning churches once stood tall, now only ghostly confessions call. There by the old well, I confronted my fears, the echoes of bullets lost in the years. She stood there waiting, pale as the moon's glow, her eyes telling stories no one else could know. Underneath the blood-red sky, whiskey bottles now testify. The lonesome train has had its say. In the devil's ashes I'll stay. This land of curses, my final bed, where spirits
Out where the dust whirls the tales of the past, under the shadow of sins that will last. Whiskey bottles lay empty, souls hollow inside, in the town where the church fire and dark's secrets reside. Echoes of train whistles mournful and low call through the night to the ghosts that I know. Blood on the church fire, flames licking sky, angels and demons in the smoke flying high. Revenge sings a ballad old as the stones, buried neath crosses and unmarked bones. She was an angel, made the devil repent, but love turned to ash and away she was sent. Betrayal, a cold whisper on a hot desert night, led to a fire that set the heavens alight. Her laughter now haunts every corner of my dreams. In the silent desert, nothing's just as it seems. Blood on the church fire, embers of fate, where the heart meets the shadow at the old pearly gate. Songs of the fallen, hymns of the damned, echo through the wasteland, vast and unplanned. Face to face with my reflection in a shard, all my sins laid bare in a yard of disregard. The truth burns hotter than the fire's own wrath, walking this cursed land on a broken path. Blood on the church fire, redemption too late. I carry this story, I carry this weight. Fate's written clear in the night sky's expanse. In the ashes I found my lost last chance. So here I stand where the old church burned down, whispering secrets to the lost and the found. With blood on my hands and fire in my soul, in the heart of the desert I've paid my toll. Under the blood-red sky, where the vultures dare to roam, dust kicks up beneath the hooves on this land cursed and alone. Old church bells ring no more, just shadows dance on worn-out stones. Bottle full of yesterday's whiskey in my coat, my heart's echoing moans. Buried in the burning barn, flames kissed by a liar's charm. Ghost town whispers cold and stark as the devil marks his arc. Fire paints the night all red, under ashes lie the dead. Whispers float in the smoky tarn, my soul's buried in the burning barn. There's a tale of love gone cold in the wail of the night train's cry. Her silhouette in the doorway, with a promise that turned to a sigh. A whisper of betrayal under the moon's watchful eye. Silver locket in the rubble, lost dreams and a last goodbye. Buried in the burning barn, beneath the curse of twisted yarn. Dusty boots through silent halls, following the raven's calls. Night's curtain heavy and darned, hides the scars of hearts uncharmed. Echoes lost in the smoky tarn, love's buried in the burning barn. In the quiet after the flames, where the truth no longer hides, face the ghost of you in the silence, where my old self died. Through the smoke your specter fading, like
like a drift of desert sands. Reckoning came at dawn with the gun still in my hands. Buried in the burning barn where vengeance held a fiery arm, settled debts in the blaze so wild, reclaim peace like a foreskin child. Ash to ash in the earth so charred, on these plains I stand my guard. Heartbeats fade in the cooling tarn, freed and buried in the burning barn.